In this problem, we're trying to solve for the value of x that will make the two ratios proportional or equal to each other. There's a couple strategies that we can use. One strategy is to look for the pattern that allows you to get from one number on the top to the other number on the top and apply that same pattern to the bottom. So to get from 18 to 3, I'm looking at what I would multiply or divide by. To go from 18 to 3, I'd have to divide by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So I can apply that same rule, and it will have to be true for the bottom as well. Whatever number x is, if I divide it by 6, I have to get 2. So what value for x would I have to divide by 6 and get 2? I know that my answer has to be 12. If I have 12 and I divide that value by 6, I get 2. So x is equal to 12. Now sometimes it can be a little bit challenging to figure out that pattern. Maybe you just have trouble spotting it. Another method that will always work without you having to find a pattern is to cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we circle our numbers diagonally, and we do as the name suggests, and we multiply those values together. So first we're going to multiply together 18 times 2, and we'll put that one on the left. It's usually easiest to start with the two numbers that you've circled. So 2 times 10 is 20, and 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 plus 20 is 36. Or you can use a calculator. Then on the other side, we're multiplying 3 and x. So we have a 3 times an x. Those are paired up together. Our final step is whatever value is the coefficient, or the number that's paired up in front of x, we're going to divide by that value. So I'm going to divide by 3. And when I do that, I find that 36 divided by 3 is 12. So 12 is equal to x. Notice that's the same answer that we received before, but we didn't have to rely on finding a pattern to do this method. Why don't you try solving this problem on your own? Did you find that the answer was 11.5? If so, then you're probably good to move on. If not, let's review the problem together. So, going from 5 to 4, I would probably look for a pattern first, and I don't see one immediately available. I'm sure that there's a way, something I can divide by to get from 5 to 4, but it's probably going to be a fraction. It's going to be kind of a hard number to spot. So instead, I think I'm going to use cross multiplication because I know that'll work. So I'm going to circle the two numbers that are across from each other diagonally here. And on this diagonal, I'll circle the x and the 4. Then I put down my equal sign. And I'm going to start with the two values that I multiplied, the two numbers. So the one that without the variable, I'll usually put on the left. So 5 times 10, I know is 50. Okay, and then I look and see what I have on the other diagonal, x times 4. I have 4 times x. All right, so I know that my next step is to look at the value in front of the x. So in front of my x I have a 4, and that's the number I'm going to divide by to finish my problem. So 50 divided by 4. Now, you'll notice here that when you finish this problem, 50 divided by 4 gives you a fraction, which might be why it was a difficult one to spot a pattern on. So you get 11.5 is equal to x, or x is equal to 11.5.